I feel the love around me. I feel the love around me. Loving me, loving me, loving me, loving me. So I think if we do 4 measures in between each one. So that's what you've been doing, except we did maybe a little longer ones.
So that feels good to you?
Yeah. It sounds incredible. So, okay, so I think we're...
Better just cut it out for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back.
Yeah. So...
releasing them?
Well, you're feeling it out. You're being a feeling what kind of thing. I want to get that. Because you didn't hear about that. But there's not a lot of nonsense.
Day 2 is day 2.
You're really except when you do research. So welcome to the Sunday morning meditation. With all that's going on in the world right now, just doing these chants and getting into the oneness with all life. And we have this wonderful sitar player, Forrest, and Louis on tabla, and it's just a happening. So let's just start. I sense the stillness inside of me. I sense the stillness inside of me. Be still and know God. Be still and know God. Calling me, calling me, calling me, calling me. A voice trying to guide me, a voice trying to guide me. Loving me, loving me, loving me, loving me. I feel the presence within me. Be still and know God. Be still and know God. Calling me, calling me. I sense the force that begins me. Loving me, loving me. I join the oneness around me. Be still and know God. Calling me, calling me. I sense the force that begins me. I sense the force that begins me. Calling me, calling me, calling me, calling me. I sense the stillness inside of me. Be still and know God. Calling me, calling me. I sense the force that begins me. Loving me, loving me. I join the oneness around me. Loving me, loving me. I join the oneness around me. Be still and know God. Be still and know God. Be still and know God.
Good morning, everyone. Today, multitudes of people are distraught over the unjust war in Ukraine. And this is a natural response because we innately know that The innocent victims of this war are our brothers and sisters. And it seems to many people that there's no way to sustain peace of mind yet this is not true. But to gain and sustain peace of mind, we must realize two things. One, the world has always been, is now, and has always been a place of injustice. It abounds with injustices. And the second thing we need to understand is what the Bible has God relating. For God says, vengeance is mine. It belongs to me, not you. That is such a powerful statement if you're really seeking to recognize reality. That what we call karma doesn't just exist in a sense for individuals. It exists for nations. And it exists for ideas. Life is reciprocal. And while we, in our short time here, suspect it should be immediate to our own understanding, the results of thoughts and actions aren't always in keeping with our understanding of time. Down through the ages, the sages of all ages have attempted to relate to us that peace that the masters speak about as surpassing the understanding of the world. And it is shared in this way in the 91st Psalm. Can we have this up? He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High, who abides in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to his Creator, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of deception and from the deadly plagues. He will cover you with his presence, and under his gaze you will find refuge and peace. His faithfulness is a shield and an armor that protects you. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that comes with war. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked, because you have made the Lord your refuge, the Most High your habitation.
There is a place where you can always go, come with me, where it's all right to let your feelings show, come with me. pleasant journey isn't very far. We could go together, stay right where you are. And now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. There is a place where you can be yourself. Come with me. And it's a place where you can free yourself. Come with me. And you know it's waiting, not so far away. Need no reservations, we could go today. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. And the light shines through each window, and the door is open wide, and each question has an answer if you'll only look inside. There is a place where every sorrow ends. Come with me. Where every hope and every truth begins. Come with me. What a pleasant journey isn't very far. We can go together, stay right where you are. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. And now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart.
Getting to this sublime place of awareness requires a movement from our ordinary conditioned reliance and faith in the human intellect to a faith in the unseen presence of true peace, love, and justice. In our tiny, finite perception of life, it is not easy for us to comprehend that we are not personally self-created, that there is a greater intelligence and love we recognize to be omnipresent, that is in fact operating a divine plan of which we can either align ourselves with or reject. That is where free will comes in. It is the greatest gift and the necessary one for us to learn God consciousness, to make ourselves, first and foremost, a heavenly being. And so that is That is our calling. That each of us should become that inspiration, that divine emissary within ourselves. That is our calling. We cannot make peace outside happen because we must first have inner peace. And inner peace is only ours. Inner peace is only ours when we align ourselves with our core nature, which is God consciousness. So,
You go, Jack.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So, in short, the conditioned human intellect, conditioned from birth by the world, which develops the illusionary idea of separation, must bow to the wisdom that can only begin to surface when we have faith. And it must bow to this wisdom. Can we have this next PowerPoint, please? You can read this in the Course in Miracles text, page 359, in the new edition, 385. Heaven is not a place nor a condition. It is merely an awareness of perfect oneness and the knowledge that there is nothing else, nothing outside this oneness, and nothing else within. What could God give but knowledge of himself? What else is there to give? The belief that you could give and get something else, something outside yourself, has cost you the awareness of heaven and your identity. Can we have this back again, please? This is what I get for having a banana split before I come out. Heaven is not a place nor a condition. It is merely an awareness of perfect oneness and the knowledge that there is nothing else, nothing outside this oneness and nothing else within. What could God give but knowledge of himself? What else is there to give? To the belief that you could give and get something else, something outside yourself, has cost you the awareness of heaven and of your identity. Again, that we have been, that our faith is in our conditioned human intellect. And we rely upon that and have for a long time. And it is not necessary to believe it is to be rejected. It is necessary to believe it is helpful, but it can only be totally helpful when it bows to faith in the reality of the presence of a greater intelligence. It seems to us as we live our lives that we are self-created, but we are not. And the only time we can gain that awareness, that wisdom, is when we have faith and begin to step out away from the accepted norms of the world, the accepted thinking of the world. So look at how the world thinks. Imagine what would happen to the world if they had to really had to believe and understand that all vengeance belongs only to the Creator. That there is a plan of which we can align ourselves or reject. And there's no secret that a large majority of people reject the idea that they are not self-created. So the human intellect has to then have faith in something that doesn't seem apparent, that we are all one. That's the end of religion. Forget the pomp and circumstances and rules and regulations. If the mind comes to recognize that we are all one, part of one great intelligence and love, if we come to recognize that, then there is no necessity for rules, regulations, and dogma. There's only the necessity each day to realign ourselves with it through spiritual practice. I cannot give you anything else. This church and no other church and no teacher, no guide, no holy man in Tibet can give you anything but this truth. Everything you look upon and everything you see is only God waiting for you to recognize that. And the only way to recognize it is to take to task your own conditioned awareness that that is not true. So I'm going to do this again. I'm saying something again because you may not take this with you in total, but take this with you. Vengeance, comeuppance, does not belong to you or me. We don't have the capacity to understand it. It belongs to the universe that gives us life and has a plan that we can align ourselves with or reject. And this declares the error of our ways and why humans can't make peace. Humans can't make peace. Not with all the attempts politically and all of the attempts at making bargains and deals. It can't be done because for there to be peace in the world, and it needs to get there, it will get there. Human beings must have peace within, a recognition of their reality as beings of God. And as we slowly take on the nature of God, the forgiveness of God, the insight and wisdom of compassion, the understanding to look past the seeming mistakes and foibles of other things and other people. Only as we begin to take that on slowly, 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 can you finally realize what it means to be in the heaven of the living presence. To feel joy, regardless of circumstances. To have peace, regardless of circumstances. Knowing that this divine intelligence has a plan. Let's take it to the most absurd thing, that this divine intelligence knows when a sparrow falls from a bough and has the hairs on your head numbered. So only when we choose to reset our heart's priority and place our personal worldly desires second to serving the call to healing love in mind. When we take our personal desires that have been jaded by the thought it can gain peace from the world, only when we shift from that and place it second. It's not that we leave the world, we don't go anyplace, we don't go out of our jobs necessarily. We don't go out of our marriages, we don't go this way or that way. We don't do anything else but become God conscious in everything that we are doing. The world can be saved, but human beings will have to become better at living it. We're missing it. Too many are missing it. And they miss it because they have no relationship to the divine ideal that we are at origin divine and must become divine in expression. So only when we choose to reset our heart's priority and place our personal worldly desire second to serving the call to healing love in mind will we know our true self and peace. When it says here, setting our priority in mind, can we begin to realize that if in my mind I am seeking to perceive that we are all truly, really brothers and sisters, and regardless of how many others may define their personal existence and conduct their personal lives, it is not for me, it's not possible for me to judge or condemn them. That belongs to the greater intelligence itself. It's only possible for me to sustain a consciousness of peace and bestow peace through compassion, forgiveness, and one other thing. Remember, I said you have to take the idea that judgment belongs to the Creator. There is one other thing we will have to do, which along the path until we get to the enlightened awareness, we must let it be. Just let it be. Give each person to be that at this particular time, which he or she is, and that which he or she is not. You let it be. You allow each person to be that which he or she is, and that which he or she is not. And by doing that, you sustain peace. And by doing that, you enter into this truth shared by Master Eckhart Tolle. Miss?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have this, please, up on the PowerPoint? From his book, Stillness Speaks, Eckhart Tolle, page 57. When you know who you truly are, there is an abiding, alive sense of peace. You could call it joy, because that's what joy is. Vibrantly alive peace. It is the joy of knowing yourself as the very life essence before life takes on form. That is the joy of being who you truly are. So you see how this is a complete release into another way of being alive. It's an allowing life more or less, to be life. And by doing that, we then take on becoming emissaries of divine light. Because in the collective consciousness, there are so many elements in it saying, how is it you have peace? How is it you have compassion? How is it you have this strange feeling of being loved? Because, listen to it, what happened? What happened? What happened? The mind practiced and ceased judging by appearances. What? The mind decided that to have peace, it must let it be. The mind decided to acknowledge the oneness of all life and give it back to the Creator of all life, knowing that my Dharma is with myself and no one else. So I'm going to conclude it with this PowerPoint. Can I have this next PowerPoint, please? You are only love, but when you deny this, you make what you are something you must learn to remember. I said before that the message of the resurrection is, teach only love, for that is what you are. This is the one lesson that is perfectly unified, because it is the only lesson that is one. Only by teaching it can you learn it. As you teach, so will you learn. If that is true, and it is true indeed, do not forget that what you teach is teaching you. Teach attack in any form, and you have learned it, and it will hurt you. Yet this learning is not immortal, and you can unlearn it by not teaching it. Since you cannot not teach that every moment of your existence, your mind is creating your awareness and your world, since you cannot not have that happening, that you cannot not teach, there's always radiating from you the world in your mind, your salvation lies in teaching the exact opposite of everything the ego believes. This is how you will learn the truth that will set you free and will keep you free as others learn it of you. Teach only love and learn that love is yours and you are love. Take this back again, please. You know what? We don't have to take that back. We'll have our bowls. I'm going to use that as our meditation. All righty. So just take a couple of deep breaths. Clear your throat. I can't listen to you anymore. What? Yes. Okay. Our sitar, our guest sitar player, is going to play underneath this meditation that I'll be guiding. Okay? You are only love. But when you deny this, you make what you are something you must learn to remember. I said before that the message of the resurrection is, teach only love, for that is what you are. This is the one lesson that is perfectly unified, because it is the only lesson that is one. Only by teaching it can you learn it. As you teach, so will you learn. If that is true, and it is true indeed, do not forget that what you teach is teaching you. Teach attack in any form, and you have learned it, and you will hurt. Yet this learning is not immortal, and you can unlearn it by not teaching it. Since you cannot not teach, your salvation lies in teaching the exact opposite of everything the ego believes. This is how you will learn the truth that will set you free and will keep you free as others learn it of you. The only way to have peace is to teach peace. By teaching peace, you must learn it yourself, because you cannot teach what you still disassociate. Therefore, teach only love. And learn that love is yours, and you are love. You are only love. But when you deny this, you make what you are something you must learn to remember. I said before that the message of the resurrection is, teach only love, for that is what you are. This is the one lesson that is perfectly unified, because it is the one lesson that is only one. Only by teaching it can you learn it. As you teach, so will you learn. If that is true, and it is true indeed, do not forget that what you teach is teaching you. Teach attack in any form, and you have learned it, and it will hurt you. Yet this learning is not immortal, and you can unlearn it by not teaching it. Since you cannot not teach, your salvation lies in teaching the exact opposite of everything the ego believes. This is how you will learn the truth that will make you free and will keep you free as others learn it of you. The only way to have peace is to teach peace and be peace. Therefore, teach only love and learn that love is yours and you are love. As we go forth from this meditation to those places we occupy in time and space, let us go forth recognizing there is only one presence. Its plan is unfolding. All recompense, vengeance belongs to that Creator. Thus we will maintain, seek and practice being peace. Seek and practice being peace. Seek and practice being peace. Amen. We will take an offering for unity now. And as we're preparing to do this, I'd like to say, those of you online can scroll down to a place that says donate. I don't know if they're going to have it. There it is. There's any number of ways that you can donate to Unity of Boulder. So, as we bring to mind that financial gift we'd like to make to Unity of Boulder, let's bless it with this offering prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. Thanks for tuning in, showing up. Santisha will be speaking at the next service at 11 o'clock. Those of you that are here may want to hang out. You know, I've tried to think to myself, I'm going to set up a discussion group. Should I have a discussion group, like right now? Yeah. Impromptu? Yeah. Have no regard for the fellowship.
No, go right. They'll get what they want. Just
They'll get what they want. Okay, look, those of you that want to hang out and discuss anything that's been said or anything about unity, we'll just circle up our chairs in Fellowship Hall and talk. Therefore, everybody, have a peaceful, beautiful, loving day. So it is.